Okay, just 1 second. We will start the class. So don't worry, those who have joined, stay with me. Do you have a pen and notebook, everyone in the class? Everyone in the class, do you have? Yes, great. Right. Awesome. 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 Right. So just wait for some more time. So we will start the things. Okay. Great. Right. Okay. Okay. So let's start the class. Okay. So those who are with me, again, thanks a lot for joining. So we will start the class. Uh, yes, definitely. Let's start the class. Okay. So those who are here, thank you all for joining, and those who are not able to join, right, you can, so you were asking for recordings, right? So what I have done is I have streamed on my channel also, so that people can watch it as a recording, but I'm not sure like whether it will work or not. So that we have to see. Okay. Right. Right. Great. Okay, nice. So let's start the class. Okay, so what are you getting from this class and what are the important things that you need to follow? I will just share my screen. Okay, and then we will start the class. Okay, so all are able to see the screen? Yes. So how the patterns will be, how the teaching methodology will be, what are the things that you will be coming to know? Everything we will be telling as a prerequisite first of all. So all of you see here, all of you. Yeah, great. So first of all, let's discuss what are you getting in today's class. Okay. Okay. So let me close this page. Let me open it again. Right. All of you see here. Great. Now all of you are able to see, right? So yes. First of all, what are the things that you will be getting from this class? What are you going to get? Okay. Going to get from this class. Okay. So basically today's class, we are discussing about Kubernetes from basics, guys. Okay. Basics we are covering, and little bit we will touch on the medium level to the hard level things. Okay. On Kubernetes. And then I will be giving you a roadmap to learn only Kubernetes. Okay. Only Kubernetes. This will be the second point. And the third point from today's session, what you are going to get is troubleshooting of Kubernetes. Okay. Or how you do the troubleshooting and all those things. And finally, we will discuss with your Q&A and we will end the session. Okay. So this session will mostly will not have break. I will try to not give any break in between, but we will try to make sure this session is engaging, and any questions you can comment in the Zoom section. Okay. So mostly 2+ hours the session will be, and then we will take some queries also. Okay. Mostly 2 hours we will keep. 2 hours we will keep the sessions, and rest we will see how it goes. Clear, everyone? Those who are on the Zoom, can you give me a yes? Shall we start the class, guys? Okay. Great. So thank you. So let's start the class. Okay. So first of all, I will not go with slides. I will first talk about what is Kubernetes all about. Okay. So let me start with very plain language. What is Kubernetes? What are the important things that you need to remember? Okay. So earlier you would have remember like there is a Docker. Okay. Which is kind of a whale. Okay. You remember the fish, the whale. Okay. This is kind of a whale, right? And we call it like a ship. Okay. Sometimes some people call it as a ship. Sometimes some people recognize with the whale, right? So there are different aspects. And what is this Docker all about is basically this Docker is kind of a ship, okay, which takes your containers. Are you able to understand, guys? Okay. So from this very simple understanding, what is Docker? Docker is nothing but a ship which takes your containers from one place to another place. Okay. Like you put your containers, like this is your container. Okay. In the container, there can be any product. Okay. And in this products, you basically get your applications moving from one place to another. Okay. Now, are you all clear with what is Docker? Just because I want to give a small example, what is Docker? So this is what Docker is, which is kind of your ship. Okay. And this ship has many containers. So Docker is kind of a ship that ships the containers from one place to another. Okay. One place to another. Are you all clear with this? Right. Now, tell me one thing. Yes, those who are in Zoom, tell me one thing. When we are talking about the containers, right? In ship, what does the container have? What does a container have? Container have a package. Okay, in ship, I'm talking about when you are shipping the cargo things, right? Goods, right? Some packages, right? Sometimes items, lot of things, right? So in general, right? Parcels, okay, correct. In general, in Docker also, there is something called packages, okay, which are shipped from one place to another place in this world. Okay. Yes, I'm going to give the materials also, those who have joined. So we have their email IDs, right? So the materials will be transferred to your email IDs. Okay, don't worry. Within one day, right? All your email IDs, those who have joined live. I'm talking only about not people who have registered, but those who have joined live. This website will take the data and we will be sending to your email ID. Okay. And those who are on YouTube, don't worry. Anyways, this theory data is there for you. So you can watch from here, right? Now, all of you see here. Now, what is this? This is kind of a package which is getting transferred from one place to another place, right? Clear, everyone? Now, you see here, whenever we are transferring the data, right, or transferring the package, here the package can be in terms of Docker. Here your package is application. Here your package from an application point of view, what kind of packages it can take it? Let me drill it down. Python application package, Java application package, Node.js application package, right? And there are different Android application package. Okay, there are different. Now tell me one thing. When I'm talking about package and when I'm talking about application, from here, the software terminology starts. Correct? Do you agree with me? From here, the software terminology starts. Do you all agree with me? Like those who have joined the class, can you give me a yes, quick yes? Yes, correct. Now, these are files or projects. Okay, let's consider like project 1. Okay, let's consider like project 2. Okay, let's consider like project 3 and project 4. So we have 4 projects. So how I am going to ship these 4 projects? I will be creating 4 containers. Okay, 4 containers, and I will be shipping this 4 projects into my Docker. Are you all clear till here? Now tell me one thing. Why Kubernetes? Praveen, this is very beautiful. You are telling that once we have put our application in a container, it is able to ship, it is able to make our application scale and run. Now, why Kubernetes? Now let's discuss why Kubernetes have come into this picture. So basically, see, this was the case from 2010 to 2015. Okay. Now, as the demand of software engineers have increased from 2015, you would see that there were many job openings from 2015 to 2019. Okay. Do you agree with me? There were people getting 200% hike, 300% hike, 400% hike, right? 10 companies, 20 companies, right? So at that point of time, there were many job opportunities. And why those many job opportunities have came into picture is because of these kind of tech stacks. The new technology was coming into market. So the Kubernetes was introduced in the year, you can consider like most of the companies started using from the year 2015 and 16, right? Now, one more important thing, please make the notes, whatever the flow we have started with. It will be very easy for you to understand the things and it will be very much helpful for you to understand, right? So once the new technology is coming in, so what companies have thought? Companies have thought basically to make the usage of this technology, they need people, right? They need the people. And even when they were hiring the people, what they have observed is even the applications were getting more bigger, guys. Okay, the applications were getting more bigger, right? And there is an architectural demand in the change also. Like you see, Flipkart, if I take you an example, right? It will support like 1 million requests. Let's think like this. If I open the Flipkart here on my website, www.flipkart.com, how many requests it can survive for 1 minute? Okay. So these are kind of load. Suppose in India, all of the people try to hit the flipkart.com. What will happen? Guys, imagine you all are starting hitting the, like all the India people are on Big Billion Sale and everyone is trying to hit Flipkart. What will happen? Do you think it will crash? Or do you think it will scale up and support the load? What is your answer? What is your answer? Now tell me, think and tell me like what might be your answer. And those who are watching me on YouTube, you can also comment it, right? More traffic. Will it scale? Do you think that it will scale? Scale up and support. Yes, it will scale. Oh, okay. It will scale with limitations. Okay. Now let's see. Now let's see what will happen. Now, if we have Docker, there are two cases here. Case 1 and case 2. Okay. Now, when we talk about case 1, in this case 1, if we are using Docker, okay, the application gets crashed for that 1 million requests. Okay. When you are sending 1 million requests on the application, Docker is not for scaling millions of requests. It cannot support millions of requests, right? It cannot support security. It cannot support many things like virtualization, proper virtualization I'm talking about, right? And it cannot support robustness. Okay. Robustness. Okay. So these are some things why the Kubernetes has came into picture. Now, if you see in the Kubernetes, you get a beautiful dashboard, Kubernetes dashboard, correct? You have seen Kubernetes dashboard. It will give you Kubernetes dashboard. And one more thing, when we are going to the Kubernetes, the scaling becomes easy. Here, if you give 1 million requests also, the Kubernetes will scale up. Okay. And it can support. It can give you security. It can give you robustness. It can give you the persistence. It can give you database. Okay. It can give you the beautiful UIs. It can be integrated with any monitoring tool. Okay. With any monitoring tool. Okay. These are all the facts. Basically, these are all the facts which are, yes, self-healing. Yes, that's true, Sajal, right? Self-healing. Right? SELF healing, right? Do you agree with me, guys? Do you all agree with me? Like whatever I'm telling, is that true, right? So let's discuss from here, what is this case 2? So we are focusing today on case 2. And from there, I'll be showing you what and all you are going to get. So let's deep dive into the case 2 here. From here, the case 2, I'm going to take, and I'll be showing you some things here. So let me take out this data for you. Okay. So let me take out the data. Okay. All of you see here. Are you able to see this architecture, guys? Everyone? Are you able to see this architecture? Everyone? Yes? Okay. For the next 15 minutes or might be 20 minutes, we will be talking about this architecture. Some of the interview questions we will be covering. And it's not just like basic architecture. It will contain all the things that you should know being a Kubernetes engineer. Are you getting with me? Everyone? Yes? Clear, everyone? Right. What about people on YouTube? Do you all agree with me? Robust. Okay. What is robust? Robust is basically strength, strongness. Okay. Strongness of the architecture. Yes. Now let's see. Let's go ahead. Okay. Now, on the left-hand side, okay, I will divide this entire architecture into two halves, guys. Okay. Please check. Very important. I'll be dividing this architecture. Okay. Where is my, I'm not able to see this. Okay, that's fine. So all of you see here, I'm going to divide this architecture into two halves. Okay. The halves will be divided as here. You will be able to see 1 second. Okay, it is a little bit different. Okay, no problem. So all of you are able to see, right? The left-hand side of yours will be internet. Okay. And the right-hand side will be someone like DevOps engineers. Now, all of you see here, in any DevOps field, what are you knowing? Okay. In any DevOps tool, what do you get? You get a master and a slave. Correct? Do you agree with me? In any DevOps tool like Jenkins, Ansible, right? and your Kubernetes, right? Docker also has this master slave configuration, right? And there are many, many tools which always comes as your master and slave configuration. And now you need to understand when we are talking about the master and the slave architecture, you should be very much aware that in Kubernetes also, we have a master and a slave. Okay. So predominantly what we do is when we call it as a slave, it means your worker slave. Okay. Worker slave, worker slave. Okay. Now, what is this, Praveen? Now, let me tell you, whenever there is a DevOps engineer in the company, okay, whenever there is a DevOps engineer in the company, right, he's typing some commands. Let's say the command is kubectl. Okay. Now there are some Kubernetes commands, and as you all should know that for every DevOps tool, there are various kinds of Kubernetes commands, right? Like Kubernetes has Kubernetes commands, Docker has Docker commands, Jenkins has Jenkins commands, SonarQube has SonarQube commands, right? Ansible has Ansible commands. So that basic thumb rule is for any DevOps tool, you will see commands and you will also see configuration. Do you agree with me? Guys, tell me yes or no. Do you agree with me? In this damn world, for any DevOps tool, right, we will see these two things, commands, configurations. Okay, correct. Now you see, yes, now you see. Now, whenever we type kubectl, the first person to listen anything is this master. He is very clever and he is very intelligent also. Okay. So he is very clever and he is intelligent, and he takes all the requests which are coming from a DevOps engineer. Okay. And once he takes the request, what it will be doing? It will be sending to the slave, right? So you agree with me, right? So wherever the manager manages the team, right? The director directs the manager directs the teammates, right? That's how the hierarchy is built. So what will happen is in the Kubernetes, this master is the component which will tell the worker what to do, what not to do. Okay. Now, yes, that's what. Now let's discuss about the components of Kubernetes. All of you see here, when we talk about components of Kubernetes, very, very important. There is a 4-rule theory. Guys, all of you write down in your notebook. There is a 4-rule theory which you all should follow. Okay. What will be happening in the 4-rule theory is very simple. Okay. Let me tell you what will happen in the 4-rule theory is in the master, you will have 4 components. Okay. In the slave, in the worker node, you will have 4 components. Is it clear, guys? Right? In the master, you will have 4 components. In the slave, you will have 4 components. Yes. Jenkins, how the Jenkins has the master slave, the same as the Kubernetes also has the master slave. Everyone clear till here? The 4-rule theory, 4 master and 4 slave components. Yes, everyone? Right, great. Now let's see what are the master components. So guys, from here, I will be drilling down into this Kubernetes architecture. Now all of you see here, whenever we talk about the components of master, there are 4 important things. Okay. The first important thing is your API server. Okay. All of you write down API server. The next important thing is control manager. The next important thing is your etcd. Okay. The next important thing. What is the next important thing? Any idea? API server, etcd, control manager. No, Shobha, that is wrong, right? Scheduler, right? Scheduler. Okay, great. Now, these are the 4 components of master node. Okay. Now, a basic thumb rule I would like to tell you all is that whenever I call like a master, worker, or slave, everything is a laptop. Can you imagine a laptop? Right? Can you imagine it as a laptop? Okay. One laptop is telling the other laptop what to do. Can I say this? Like in between the laptops, there is a communication which is happening. So basically networking is there. Okay. Kubernetes networking, where one laptop is telling the other laptop what to do. And the other laptop is also sending the data, like how much CPU it has, how much RAM it has, how much memory it has, what is the statistics, what is the data. So both are talking with each other. Do you agree with me, all of you? Do you agree with me? Yes. How many of you agree with me? Yes. Great. Now you saw the master node components, right? Let's talk about the child node components. Okay. I will take the blue color here. Now in the child node components, again, the four rule theory is applicable. The first component will be your pod. The second component will be your kubelet. The third component will be, what is the third component? Pod, kubelet, container, D. Okay. Or container runtime. Or container runtime. What is the fourth component here? Pod, kubelet, container runtime, kube proxy. Correct. Kube proxy. Okay. Now, all of you have written these things in your notebook. These four are components of slaves. Are you all getting me, guys? These four things are components of slaves. Do you agree? Right. Beautiful. Now, what each component will do, I will tell you in very simple terms. Yes, I'm going to tell you in very plain language. Okay, you don't need to buy heart also. Okay, everyone on YouTube also, right? You don't need to buy heart. I'll be telling in that much simple way. So if you are new on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and always give a like on the video also, right? And share it with your friends. Okay. Now let's see what is this basically, what is happening. Okay. Now all of you see here, very simple, very plain, like a layman term, right? I will be explaining you. All of you see here. Now, I will be taking one component and I will be drilling down what each component has. Okay. Now, the first component which we are going to take is API server. Now, tell me when you have hit the flipkart.com, all of you see here, right? All of you see here, I'll be showing you something here. Yes. Now, all of you see here, I'm just showing you what is happening on the background, okay, when I'm hitting the flipkart.com. Okay, all of you see here. Okay, this is a little bit small screen. Okay, now all of you see here, when you are hitting the flipkart.com, okay, it's not allowing me to make it big, guys. Okay, let me tell you in this way. Okay, now, okay, all of you see here, when I have hit the flipkart.com, what are you seeing, guys? Duration 1.31 milliseconds, right? Request sent, waiting for server, content download, explanation. Are you able to see total? It took 3.87 milliseconds to give me the response. Are you able to see? And 262 KB transferred, 9.68 MB data has been shown on the screen, 41.98 seconds it took, right? Content loaded 615 milliseconds, load 955 milliseconds. And if I'm able to show you, right, I wanted to show you this thing actually, right? It is not allowing me to make it big or small. So what I am trying to say is whenever you hit anything like www.flipkart.com or anything, you would see that there will be the routing taking place. Suppose I hit the mobiles. Okay, you see REST endpoint. These are like APIs. Okay, so if I hit mobiles, you can see here it is going like flipkart.com/mobile phone store. If I am hitting something like babies, remote control toys, it is going to remote control toys. Are you able to understand, guys? So what it is trying to do is these are small pods. Yes. Do you understand? These are like small pods. The remote toys in the Kubernetes is a small pod. Okay. Do you agree with me? The home furniture, like the bed sheets, is the small pod. Do you understand? These are small pods which are together forming as an application. Do you agree with me, guys? Right? Do you agree with me? Now, let's see what is my take here? Okay. Now, whenever someone is hitting, right, www.flipkart.com, okay, there is a server who is taking the request. Can I say this? There is a server which is taking the request. And can I say that there is a database also on the backend? Can I say this, guys? Everyone agree with me? If you are agreeing with me, give a yes. If you are there in the class, you are with me on the Zoom, tell me a yes. Yes. Now, in the same way, imagine that Kubernetes is an application. Okay. So Kubernetes has its server and Kubernetes has its database also. Okay. So the server is API server and the database is etcd. Right? Did you understood? API server takes the calls from the users and processes the data and stores it in the database, which is etcd. Do you agree with me? This is basically your API server. Okay. This is basically your etcd, right? Now, whenever I type database, etcd is a database, right? Great. Now you see here, whenever I am hitting www.flipkart.com, okay, I am hitting a flipkart.com. But what if a DevOps engineers hit kubectl, right? Create a pod. Okay. Now, whenever a DevOps engineer hits the request, this also is taken care by the server and the server stores the data in the etcd. Now, are you clear with the simple explanation? With the first two components, are you clear? The API server, what it does? It takes the incoming request, process the request, and stores it on the database. Do you agree with me? Does it sound simple now? Understanding? Yes? Yeah, thanks, Manjunath. Right, great. You all are clear, right? Now, let's discuss about these two things, okay? Now, very plain language I am talking about, okay? This is like your basics, then to intermediate, okay? I'm talking very, very good things, which anyone explains like different way. My way of explanation is this. Hope you are understanding, right? Now, let's talk about these two things, guys, okay? Let's talk about these two things importantly, right? Now, tell me one thing. For managing your application, okay, these two components, what we have told, Kubernetes is self-healing. Did we told or not? Did we told or not? Kubernetes is self-healing. How many of you said to me that, sir, Kubernetes is self-healing? You all told me, right? Shubhangi, Datta, Sajal, Venkat, right? You all told me, right? Kubernetes is self-healing. What about YouTube? Guys, on YouTube? Right? You guys told me or not? Did you guys told me? No, you have not told me. Yes. Yes. Now you see here, what we are trying to do is, because we have given the term Kubernetes as self-healing. So what I am telling is, I am going to add a manager to this who is managing my cluster. Can I say this? Because when a manager is there, then only your team can run. Okay, then only your application can run. Now, instead of a person, DevOps admin, taking care of these tasks, what Kubernetes is giving is, it is giving a manager who can manage this server and the database. Okay. Now, what is the task of this manager is to control the entire Kubernetes cluster, right? That is where we told it is self-healing, scaling, robustness. It can do wonders for us, right? Why? Tell me, why managers are given 80 LPA, 70 LPA? Why? Why only managers are called managers? Why? Because they have experience of managing a team, right? Do you agree with me? etcd is like a database, okay? It will store the data, right? Why managers are given more package? Why directors are given more package? Why CEOs are given more package? Because they are capable of managing the things, right? And that is where, if you are able to see here, right? What is the fourth component we have told here? What is the fourth component, guys? Yes, control manager, which manages everything. What are the things this control manager manages? Whatever we have discussed here. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Manager is the ultimate power in Kubernetes. Okay, clear everyone? Are you all clear, guys? Great, right? Good. Okay, till here everyone is clear. Now one component is left, that is your scheduler. Okay, now let's discuss about what is this scheduler. Okay, now what is scheduler? Now tell me, you go to the office on time, you come back to office, or you come back to home on time, not 10 p.m. Don't get fear from me. 9 p.m. Okay, 12-hour shift. Yes, obviously on time, right? And when you log into the office, do you swipe in? Like if you are from Infosys, you will have to punch in your time, right? If you are in other companies like Cognizant, you don't need to punch in, right? Yes, you all do that punch in, punch out. How many of you do that? Like if you are from service-based, product-based doesn't care about your time. Product-based cares about your work. All of us, you all are from service-based? Okay, work from home. Okay, service-based, right? You all do. Those who are in service-based, I know that you all will be doing that, right? Right, great. Now, all of you see here, what is the usage of this scheduler? Is nothing but, right? Now, let's imagine that this manager was there, right? Correct. Now, this manager is given very big task. Now, tell me, will manager do the task or it will assign to the team? Manager will assign to the team, correct? Yes. Now see how beautiful the task distribution this manager does. Let's see here. Okay. First, the manager will open the calendar. Okay, correct or not? First, he will see the calendar, how much weight of task is there. He will distribute the task according to the week, right? Week 1, this much task, week 2, correct? So here the calendar is nothing but scheduler. Okay, scheduler is nothing but, by the name itself, you can assume that it is scheduling something. And what it is scheduling, let's see. It is continuously talking with the manager and it is scheduling the tasks. What kind of task? Now let's imagine that to our manager, there are 3 tasks which has come in. And in our team, there are 4 people, P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay. Now, you see here, P1 is a DevOps engineer. Okay. P2 is a SRE engineer. Okay. P3 is a DBA engineer, database admin. Okay. P4 is a support guy. Now, because the manager will know the strengths and the capabilities, and you see here, each person is having a laptop. Okay, let's consider like is having a laptop. What I have told you, one laptop is what? This is laptop 1, laptop 2, laptop 3, laptop 4. Who are this P1, P2, P3, P4? Can I call this as a worker node, guys? Can I call this as worker node 1? Ultimately, we are worker for manager only, right? That is true, right? Worker node 2, worker node 3, worker node 4. Can I call this? Like worker node 1, slave. No, don't call slave. Okay. No, we are not slaves. We are workers for our manager. Okay. And where we are getting some salary and all those things. Okay. Don't call slave now. If some manager will see, then he will feel bad. Right. Okay. Corporates. We are maybe correct. Right. So now the big picture I am telling you, each worker node is having a laptop. Correct. Yes, each worker node is having a laptop. Now, here the trick is, each laptop is having, let's assume 500 MB of memory and 2 GB of RAM. This laptop is having 1 GB of memory and 5 GB of RAM. Okay, RAM and memory. Okay, this laptop is having 200 MB of memory and 1 GB of RAM. Okay, and this laptop is very, very old. Okay, very, very old. Now, tell me, suppose if the task, okay, now you see here, very beautiful, huh? If the task given to manager requires 500 MB of RAM and 1 GB of memory. Okay. Which laptop the manager will assign? Okay, I will make it big. Which laptop the manager can assign? Okay, task is coming. See, task is coming to us with 500 MB RAM and 1 GB of memory, right? Now, which laptop this manager will assign? First laptop, L1. L1, do you think it will assign to L1? L1's capability itself is 500 MB. L1 will die. What is your answer? Now tell me. I need correct answer. Now on YouTube, those who are on YouTube. Those who are on YouTube. L3. L3 has capacity of 1 GB itself, right? It will die. What is the correct answer? Now, L2 is the laptop who can survive that load. Do you agree with me? How many of you agree with me? Honestly, yeah, honestly. Did you like this example, first of all? Did you like this example? Correct? How many of you like this example? Okay, you like, right? So manager is someone, whenever some task is coming, he will check the capability of the teammates like worker nodes, and whatever the laptops are capable of handling the data or the load, it will assign to the particular people. Now, what you have understood in the big picture, let me take you to the big picture here, right? You all clear? Understood? Now, how many of you think that it should go to L3 or L1? How many of you think that the answer should be L1 or L3? How many of you think that? How many of you think that? L3, do you think L3 will work? Do you think L3 will work? How many of you say L3 is working? Okay, if you are telling L3 is working, then all my explanation till now, right, it will go in vain. Just check. 200 MB of data it has, 200 MB of load. What do you think? Take time and think. Okay, L1. Okay, let's see. Okay, now my answer, if I am getting an MCQ, my answer will be L2. Clear, everyone? My answer will be L2 because it has 1 GB of memory, 5 GB of RAM, whereas my task is 500 MB of RAM and 1 GB of memory. Now, you clear how the manager, why first laptop has also enough capacity? No, first laptop will fail because we are requesting 500 MB and this laptop has that much capacity only. If we take entire 500 MB, this will die. Correct? Correct. Right? Yes or no? Did you understood? Anusuya? Yes, great. Now, let's move forward. Okay. Till now, this all data, whatever I have told you, was with respect to master node. Okay. Clear? Yes, out of memory issue, there will be like some troubleshooting issues which we have to see. Now, shall we go to the child, like the worker node? What are the components of worker node? Can we see? Yes, what I've told you, there are 4 components of worker node. The first one is pod. Let's see what is pod. Okay, very simple terms. I'll be telling you. Just focus on this. Very important. Okay. And with this class, it will be very good for you and easy for you to understand, like at least the basics to intermediate level of Kubernetes. Okay. And you can explain to your college mates, your teammates, your friends, right? No worries. Now, all of you see here, why pod has been designed. Okay. Now, what I have told you, this is our application, right? Now, on top of this application, there is a container. Correct? Container, which is taking the package, right? Correct? Now, on top of this container, there is something called pod. Okay. Now, one more important thing, a star mark question. Kubernetes is built on Docker itself, right? So underneath Kubernetes, Docker is running. Okay, clear everyone? Because whatever this pod, this container is there, in order to convert the application to container, we need Docker here. Okay. And in order to convert the container to pod, we need the Kubernetes here. Okay. Clear everyone? The three layers of the design. Everyone clear? Yes, no? Clear? Yes. Now, not clear? Harrison, what is your doubt? Tell me. Okay. You want me to repeat? Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. I will repeat again in a simple way. Okay. What is this? This is our application. It can be our Python application, Java application, any application. On top of this, by using Docker, what we have done? We have converted this application into the container. Correct? Right? So the first layer is what? The first layer is application. Correct? Guys, agree with me? The first layer is application. Correct? The second layer, what we have discussed? Container. In 2010 to 2015, container was ruling this world. Okay. Now, after 2015, what people thought is, let's give a new layer to this container and call this as a pod, where you are introducing Kubernetes here. Okay. Now you understood? Okay. What is a pod? Pod is nothing but a laptop, which is having a application running. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Yes, super explanation. Right. I understood, right? Now, let's move forward. Okay. Now, you understood what is pod, right? So pod is nothing but a laptop, okay, which is having a Docker, okay, with a application. Pod is just like a container, okay? Very simple. Now, are you able to understand my handwriting, guys? Or you feel like, yaar, kya likh raha hai? You are understanding my handwriting? Okay, good. You are understanding. Nahi, theek hai na? Badhiya. Right. Okay. Now, let's see. You understood pod, right? Now, let's understand what is your next set of thing, which is your, what is that? Container runtime. Okay. The second component. Great. The second component in the worker node. Now, these are worker node components, guys, which we are discussing here. So I will again write here, okay, with a green color, worker node components. Okay. So these are worker nodes components. Clear, everyone? Now you see the first component was pod and the second component is your container runtime. Okay. So what we are trying to do here is in this container runtime. Now tell me one thing. Who will tell that on the ship, the containers are good or not? Suppose there is a high wave on the ship. The waves are hitting the ship and the ship is going up and down. Who is the person who is controlling the ship and the containers? Who is the one? Suppose there is a ship. The containers are on the ship. The ship is moving heavily on the tide. Who is the person who is monitoring this entire ship and the containers? Okay. Who can be the captain here? Who can be the captain here? The control manager is the captain here. Okay. But who is the person who is watching the container? Like who is at the containers and he's seeing that, okay, all the containers are intact. Any container is getting loosed or not. Who is the person? That person is nothing but this guy. Okay. He is very, very close to the containers. He is continuously keeping an watch on this containers. And what that container has, the container has package, the CPU, the memory, the metrics, okay, all the things this will see. Okay, on field, correct. Like captain is the biggest person who gets good package. He will be sitting in the cabin. Coolly, he will be sitting. But on field, the person who is the on field person, here the container runtime. He watches the containers. He makes sure that containers are running successfully. He makes sure that containers are having good working condition. Clear, everyone? You all understood? You all understood? Huh. Runtime is like a control manager for worker node also, but I will not confuse you. It's up to you. Super clear? Right. Now, what is the third component here? What is the third component? Kube proxy. Now, how many of you are trying to get jobs from proxy? Anyone? No? 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 Okay. Anyone from YouTube? Okay. Some people are telling from YouTube. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Like, no, no, no. No, no, no. Don't do that. Okay. Always. Okay. Yes. Correct, Deepika. Now the times are changing. Okay. I'm just kidding. Always work hard. Okay. Now, what is proxy? Let's discuss about this one. Okay. What is proxy? Okay. Now, proxy is very important in Kubernetes. Okay. What it will do, this networking, right? What is that networking? Whenever you talk about, okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay. Whenever you see in Kubernetes, networking also plays an important role. Do you agree with me, guys? Do you agree with me? Networking in Kubernetes plays an important role. Now, tell me one thing, right? Suppose this is a worker. Okay, this is a worker. Now, when the worker is facing issues, okay, now let's imagine that this is a pod 1, this is pod 2, this is pod 3, okay, and whenever I am hitting www.flipkart.com, okay, it is first taken by the control manager, right? And all the data is going here, okay, and this is the pod 1. It is giving me the request. Suppose I am typing mobile phones, the request is going to the mobile phones and it is giving me the mobile phone page. Okay. From there, I can do the orders or something. So when I'm going to the orders page, this pod is giving me the order section. Okay. Till now you have understood this. But tell me one thing, how this internal networking is happening, or how one pod is communicating with other pod, or how this external things are coming to the worker node internally is basically with the help of this Kubernetes proxy. So basically what it maintains is it maintains the entire network routing of worker node. Okay. Now I was not able to write, but I will write here. Network routing of worker node. Do you agree with me? Agree? Everyone? Right? What about people on YouTube? Agree with me? Please give a like on the video, right? And share the channel link with your friends if you are okay. Right? Yes, everyone. Okay, all are clear till here, right? Great. Now let's see. Let's see. Okay. Now, all these networking components. Just like communicating, if a ship is there. Okay, it's not ship. Okay. If a ship is there, okay, the captain is sitting on the deck, okay, and the person who is looking at the containers, he's just giving a telecall, right? How this networking is happening? Because of satellite, right? So here also the networking, the routings, the proxies, which are helping the pods to be secured and to make sure it is in network mode, is basically with the help of kube proxy. Okay. Now, what is the fourth component, guys? The fourth component is kubelet. Okay. Very, very important component, not cutlet. Guys, not cutlet. Why you are telling cutlet? Feeling hungry? Feeling hungry, guys? No? Okay. It's kubelet. Okay. What does this kubelet does? Okay. I will tell you. Right. Now, this is manager. Okay. This is worker. Correct. This is manager and this is worker. Right. Now, what we are trying to do is this worker is communicating with the manager and the manager is communicating with the worker mainly because of kubelet. Okay. So the communication, the major important communications between the manager and the worker is because of kubelet. So kubelet is a component which maintains all the networking components between the worker node and the control manager. So suppose, okay, for example, let's think this example. Okay, suppose, think this example. I want a leave. I want a leave. Okay, not a leave. I want to take leave. Okay, whom should I ask? Whom should I ask, guys? If I'm working in a company, I will ask my lead or manager. Correct? Mostly manager. Lead is also, he will tell like, go to and check with manager. So suppose the worker node is what? Laptop. Correct? Laptop 2. This is laptop 1. Correct? Now let's imagine in this way that this worker node, right, is actually asking for some CPU and some memory. Okay, right? Then what will happen? Immediately it will talk to the manager itself. And if the manager has the capacity, he will give. Suppose this CPU and memory, can I consider like a hike? If you are asking 10% hike, if the manager has the budget, he will give the hike to you. Okay. If the manager has the data, if the manager has love on you, he will definitely give you. Right? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me, guys? Correct. Yes. Do you agree with me? Great. Right? Now, till here, you have seen total of 8 components in a very simple and plain language. Correct? Correct. Now, tell me one thing. What I have told you, I will make this color, maybe this one. Every DevOps tool has what? Has what? Every DevOps tool has one, configuration. And the second one, commands. Correct? Correct? Yes, configuration CC. Every DevOps tool has a CC. Okay, CC, configuration and commands. And there can be some other parameters also, but mostly every DevOps tool is formed by the configuration and commands. Okay. Now let's discuss in this way. Okay. Okay. Now let's discuss in this way. Our dependencies and all secondary. Okay. Now, when I talk about configuration, do you think that a file is needed to set up this configuration? Correct? A file is needed. Correct? Whenever I tell as a configuration, do you think that I need a file? Right? I have to put that configuration in a place, right? Correct? Now you see here in today's, please write it down in your notebook. Okay, very beautiful. Okay, very beautiful and very excellent topic. Now, whatever I'm going to discuss. Now, if you are on YouTube, write down. Okay, Syed, write down. Everyone write down. Okay. Now, Jenkins has a file called configuration file called Jenkins file. Correct? Docker has a configuration file of Docker file. Okay. Correct. Ansible has a configuration file of playbooks. Configuration means where you have the commands and what you are expecting out of that Jenkins. Okay. So those things. Okay. Kubernetes similarly has a file called manifest file. Okay. Now, what is today's topic, guys? Jenkins? No. Docker? Little bit. Ansible? No. What is today's topic? Kubernetes. So let's deep dive into the manifest file. What you have to yes. Yes, Docker init commands, right? You can write it. Now let's deep dive into the Kubernetes manifest file. And those who have joined live, don't worry, the documents will be shared to you. Okay. Those who have joined live. So whoever is in the live, right? The documents live till the end, by the way, right? Don't leave the class. So every student, whoever joins, every attendance is taken. Okay. Right. Now all of you see here. Great. All of you see here, whenever I am talking as a manifest file, again, 4-rule theory. Guys, are you imagining ये क्या प्रवीण यार 4-rule theory कर रहा है हर टाइम? Do you imagine? Are you thinking like yaar Praveen, what he is telling every time like 4-rule theory, 4-rule theory? How many of you are thinking this? Like what is this guy doing? He's telling ship, he's telling captain, he's telling laptop, he's telling manager, he's telling team, leaves, hikes. Why he is comparing everything with real-time situations, right? Correct. Why 4-rule theory in K8s, right? Now, all of you see here, make it easy, correct? So basic simple funda is everyone tries to remember with theoretical concepts. I am trying to tell you with real-time examples like ship, container, captain, manager, leaves, hike, right? Data transfer, CPU, memory, playbooks, Jenkins, Ansible, Kubernetes file, manifest file, 4-rule theory to make the concept clear, right? And once you complete the concept, once you understand the concept, you will be able to understand कि यार अच्छा Flipkart ऐसे चल रहा है, oh अच्छा Amazon ऐसे चल रहा है, microservice based architecture. Okay, now I understood Kubernetes has pods in it, right? Now let's understand something here, 4-rule theory. Okay. Now let's understand what is the 4-rule theory here also. Let's see. Okay. Great. Now, all of your eyes and ears on the screen. Till here, now tell me, everyone is clear with all the things, whatever we have discussed? Yes. Okay. Everyone is clear? Right. At least how many of you are clear like 60 to 70%? Right? No one is a pro at starting. At least 70%, like you understood from the class, something, right? Correct. What about others? On YouTube, at least 70. More than 70. Okay, more than 70, good. But at least like whatever we have discussed, right? Starting from this all notes, like you see, this is like a scribble, right? Very, very scribble things. Okay. Now let's deep dive into the new concept called Kubernetes manifest file, right? What it does, how it does, what are the different things here? Let's see. Okay. Now, all of your eyes on the screen, right? Now let's discuss about the manifest file. 4-rule theory I have told you, right? Very simple. You can remember this with the help of the 4-rule theory. So this is this thing. I'm telling the 4-rule theory. Okay. Now, what does that file contains? Okay. What does that file contain? Can anyone tell me quickly? What is that 4 things? Quickly. Can anyone tell me quickly on the YouTube? Quickly. Like what are the 4 things? what are the 4 things that you feel that, okay, it should be there? Spec node IPs on YouTube? What do you think? Okay, please like on the YouTube video. Okay, very important. Right. Now, few of you are correct, few of you are wrong. So let me correct it. Okay, the 4-rule theory is the first component in the file is basically API version. Okay, the next is kind. Okay, the next is metadata. Okay, and the next one is spec. Okay, are you writing down in your notebook? Yes, Soumya, correct. Correct. Now tell me, this file is giving us what? This file is giving us a pod. Correct? Correct. Do you agree with me? This file is giving us pod. Do you agree with me? Everyone? No? Sajal, you are not agreeing with me? Tell me, what are you expecting this file to give? Sajal? Yes. Sajal is telling. Kahan hai? Ha, I mean, that is fine. But as of now, not only pod, any kind of component in Kubernetes, this will, second क्या लिखा है? Kind. API version है kind metadata spec. Okay. Yes. And this file will run through master, and master will tell to the worker node where the pods are deployed. Okay. Right. And one more thing. Tell me one thing. Will your manager anytime does the task, or he just distributes the tasks? He just distributes, right? Correct. Distribute the task, right? Correct. So in Kubernetes also, the thumb rule is manager never does the task. Manager always tells the task, what has to be done, where has to be done, how many people has to be done, how much capacity it has to run, all those things. Okay. So whatever you are seeing this file, it will give you a pod. Okay. And what we have discussed, what is a pod? Pod will have an application and a container. And on top of the container, you will have your pod. Correct? No, full form of kind. There is no full form of kind. Kind is, I will tell you like, what are these things? But you understood this? Now, let me show you some Kubernetes manifest file. Okay. Clear, everyone? So let me show you. Okay. Now, are you all able to see this screen, guys? Are you all able to see? Everyone? Yes. How many of you are able to see? Yes, everyone? Right. Now, according to the 4-rule theory, right? What are you able to see? According to the 4-rule theory, do you see the API version? Do you see the kind? Do you see the metadata? Oh, you are not able to see. See now, API version, kind, metadata, and spec. Are you able to see? Shravanti? Yes. Able to see. What about YouTube? Correct, Sachin. That's true, right? Yeah. Syed, just Sachin has typed. Just see the comment on YouTube. Yes. Everything in small cases. And this is how you should be able to understand what is a Kubernetes manifest file. Now, all of you see here, what is API version? What is API version? So basically, you have seen that, right? Flipkart.com/mobiles, Flipkart.com/bed. So what is that? /bed/mobiles. What is that? That are REST endpoints. REST APIs. It means Flipkart.com is the main domain, right? And from there, we are routing the request to child microservice. Are you able to understand this, everyone? Yes? Clear? Right, right, right. Harrison, from where you are? Are you from India? Which country you are from? USA. Okay. So Harrison, let me tell you what I'm trying to say here is, right? This is the Flipkart. Okay. Flipkart.com or Amazon.com. Okay. From here, when a user is searching for mobile, okay, this is the laptop. Okay. When he's searching for mobile, you would have seen that the mobile is changing. The URL is changing with /mobile. And on the back end, it is hitting for pod 1. Let's imagine if the user is searching for flipkart.com/bedsheet. Let's assume that. Okay. On the back end, there is pod 2 where the bedsheet related project is running. Okay. This is project 1, project 2, like that I was telling. Okay. Right? Clear? Does it make sense? Oh, noted. Okay, great. Now all of you see here, API version is nothing but those things like apps/v1. Now, how many of you remember that whenever your phone is having a beta version app, like PUBG you have played? How many of you have played PUBG with beta version, like testing version? Beta is testing, right? Everyone, right? I also played, right? So, oh, Srinidhi also played. Any girl has played the PUBG in our class? No, not played. Okay, so you all are good girls, right? Okay, that's fine, right? Neha has played, right? So what I'm trying to say is, okay, now he's telling I'm a boy. Okay, Srinidhi is a boy, right? Played with hearts, right? Now, what I'm trying to say is, in the beta version, it is like a testing. But when a alpha version or when a actual version is released, then you can consider something like this. This is your actual version, which you are able to see here, okay? Now, in Kubernetes, there are pods. Okay, now all of you see here this notebook. What we have told you in the starting, Kubernetes does scaling, security, low, robust, persistence. It has a database, monitoring tool, self-healing. So for every component in Kubernetes, one kind is given to us. Suppose I want to do scaling. Suppose I want to do, you can consider like a deployment pod. Okay. So the kind becomes the pod. Suppose you want to do scaling or you want to do kind of a same thing like replicas. You want to create the same person 1, person 2, person 3, the same thing. You can use kind as replica set. Replica is what? Same, right? Replica set. If you want to deploy your application with pod, then you use kind deployment. Okay. If you want to use your storage kind as, there are many things. Suppose you want to use kind with load balancer, like you want to give your application more traffic, more load, it should withstand more load, then you can use kind as service. So in Kubernetes, now tell me what type of kind I am using. Correct. Whatever your purpose you want, you can make that kind according to that. You understood, everyone? Guys, did you all understood like whatever we are talking about? Yes, duplicate is replica. Now you see here what I have told you. Every pod has a container. Correct? Right? Now, no, you cannot give two kinds. One file, only one kind. Right? One, one kind, one file. Okay? Now you see here. Okay. Now you see this. Are you able to see, guys? There is something called spec. No, two kind will not work. Kubernetes cannot take two kind. If you want to give two kind, you have to write first kind data and second kind data. Okay, in one page, you can write two. Okay, now all of you see here what I have told you. Guys, what I have told you? Kubernetes pod is a container. This is a pod. Inside pod, there is a container. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me, guys? Yes. All of you agree with me? This is a Kubernetes. Okay. And under the Kubernetes, there is a pod. And under the pod, there is a container. Now you see here what I have told you. A deployment gives the pod. Okay. So you see kind as deployment, correct? And you see here container. What type of container? What kind of package I need a container? In a container, Nginx kind. Okay. See, the container is made. Sure, Kiran. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So you see here, the container name, right, is very important. Okay. Clear, everyone? The container name, the container image, the container ports are very, very much important. Clear, everyone? Now you saw, right? Like deployments, the kind here is deployment with a container we are deploying. Correct? Oh, once again, repeat. Okay, that's fine. Now all of you see here, what is replica set? What I have told you, replica set is same. Correct? So tell me, okay. So tell me how many replicas we are creating? How many replicas we are asking the Kubernetes to create? Like 1, 2, 3. The same pod will be created 3 times. Do you agree with me? Yes, right? Now, this was with respect to the replica set. See, in replica set, did we give anything like containers and all? Might be, it can be in the down, but as of now, we have not given. Now, you see here, in the deployment, you see a pod is getting created with how many replicas? 10 replicas. A deployment can be taken with a replica also. Okay. Deployment is the top highest priority. Okay. Under deployment, you can give any specification. So you see under the specifications, what I have told you, replicas as 10, right? Correct? Understood, everyone? Replica set use is something once the pod is created. क्लियर नहीं हुआ? ओके ओके, मैं बताता हूं भाई लोग, 1 मिनट रुक जाओ. आई विल टेल यू. Now, if a pod, okay, all of you see here, if a pod is already there and you want to make that replica as count 3, initially it is 1 only, but you want to make it 3 scale, then you use kind as replica set. Clear? Correct? If there is no pod at all, you want to deploy a pod with a container, okay, then you use kind as deployment, okay, and you can say replicas 3. This also creates 3 replica. This is for existing pod. This is for a new pod. Are you clear, everyone? All of you clear? Wonderful explanation. Now are you clear? Replicas means same number of pods. In second scenario, depends on your use case. Suppose your manager tells that I want 3 replicas. Then you type replicas in the files. Correct. Correct. Got it? Got it, everyone? Yes. Always remember, in our project, mostly we will use deployment because this is the highest form, like number 1 position it takes. Correct now? It takes the number 1 position. So always in our projects, we use deployment. And if suppose in the deployment, I have not given replicas, so what I have to use? Because that will be an existing pod, we will use this. Little bit confusion will be there because this is like a little bit advanced things. But I would request you, have you understood this or not? Tell me the 4 rule theory. What is replica and what is deployment? Did you all understood? Like, at least tell me that. Like, understood? Yes? Great. Okay. Okay. What about people on YouTube? Understood? Huh. Okay. Clear? Now, good. Now, till now, we have covered most important things, how you are doing, what are you doing and all. Now, let's see a few more things from my end, what I am going to offer you. Now, all of you see here, I'm not sure how many of you know that we are starting our batch 7, right? From this Saturday. Okay. So very honestly and very genuinely, I will take your 3 minutes of your precious time to explain what is this batch all about. And I will show you some placements where you can talk with the students also. Okay. Clear, everyone? Can I take your three minutes of your precious time? Okay, can I take? Yes, I hope that's fine, right? Okay, great. So please see, this is the 7th batch in my 2 years of journey. Okay, the way I am explaining now, in this batch, it will be like 1.5 hours of theory for every class and 1.5 hours of project for every class. Okay, now how this class have been divided, let me show you. I will be taking you to the project here. Now I will be taking you to the course here. Now this is a job ready course, guys. You understood, right? Job ready means what? Suppose you are a fresher who is at a college and you want to keep these projects at your internship or in your interview, you can join. If you are a mid-level DevOps engineer who is thinking to upskill yourself, you can join. If you are a non-IT person who is looking for IT domain change into DevOps for package, you can join. If you are a manager in another domain and you want to make your team to manage on DevOps, you can join. Who cannot join? Let me tell you very honestly, those who are looking for spoon feeding, like you want me to tell 1 + 1 = 2, like you want me to tell 1 + 3 = 4, please don't join. Okay. So what I am going to tell you all very honestly is this is project oriented. So basically, if you see here, right, all the placements will be from top companies. Okay. Now you can search this name Nayan Chafle in LinkedIn, talk with him. He got in Flipkart. Okay. And all these things are shared in our success stories. Okay. He got placed in Amazon and you see the comments, the likes, people are sharing their LinkedIn also. Okay. So these see this Sujata, right? And you see here, some people do very hard work, right? And she is telling Shweta, after facing so many errors and after pulling my efforts, finally completed the task on Terraform, hands-on project, Apache web page, date 24th Feb. Day by day, I'm learning new things by getting errors and doing hands-on. So what I'm going to tell is spoon feeding is not our forte. Our forte is to give you projects from Walmart, to give you projects from whatever the companies I am working or I have worked. So basically, you will become a multi-cloud engineer. 14 plus real-time projects we are going to cover. And I am going to give you 300 plus interview questions of mine only. No one has cracked those companies I have cracked. So I'll be giving you my questions, my coding questions, my SRE questions, my DevOps questions, all those things. 3+ hours of core teaching. The way I have thought today, little bit in the class, it will be different because I have to cover more concepts. So I will make sure that with the project, it is aligned. Live doubts clearing session, right? So every week there will be 3 classes, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. 10 assignments for you to practice. Every week there will be 1 assignment and bonus session on resume and personal branding. And what are you going to get? You will be going to get recordings. You will be going to get documents. Every week you will be getting 4 documents, theory documents, project documents, tool documents, and any kind of additional documents with respect to that tool. Okay. And what are the 14 projects that we are covering? Jenkins, shared library, Docker, Kubernetes 3-tier architecture deployment with project. I am telling guys, it's not like bacha wala project. It's like I'm telling on the SRE level and your real-time projects level. Kubernetes 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐥𝐲 𝐁𝐢𝐫𝐿 monitoring, Kubernetes custom resource definitions, operator security, shell scripting. You will be having your own Jira portal. Okay. So you see here, I have my own Jira portal. So each student who is joining this batch, you all will be having your own Jira portal and we will be doing the automations on this platform. You see here, this is kind of a REST API. Okay. So I will convert this as a REST API, you see here, right? Live, I will show you, right? 𝐶𝐚𝐫𝐵.Atlassian.net. Yeah. So you see here. Yeah. So you see here, okay, not this one. There will be, this one. You see here, guys, there will be JSON data. You see REST endpoint API/3. So on this, we will be our shell scripting automation. So we'll be changing the parameters. We'll be doing so many hands-ons in this batch. Helm charts, 𝐼RBACs, Grafana, Prometheus, everything will be installed. We'll be monitoring the Kubernetes. Azure will be creating the infrastructure from scratch. AWS will be creating infrastructure from scratch. 3-tier architecture deployment will be creating from scratch. Ansible automations, Red Hat Linux System Administration, and Java database project will do. This is purely on project base, guys. And what tools we are covering? Almost like 20-30 tools in this 2 months we are going to cover. And all our students are in this companies. They have already joined. You can see here placement stories, right? And I'm very much openly telling you have 10 seats to grab and join to me, as this batch is limited seats batch. We are offering 10 seats only and no more people are allowed to join. So this batch, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take very less people. Yes, you can see here, I'm going to give you this link. Very less people. I'm very honestly telling, very, very limited batch I have made this time batch 7, because I wanted to give a experience and I wanted to make it sure that more people get placements. So very limited batch, last 10 seats for you to enroll in this prime batch 7. Okay. And if you want to talk with any students, you can talk openly. I will be giving you some LinkedIn IDs also, those who have got placed under us. You can directly talk with them, right? Maybe I can show you my LinkedIn profile itself, right? So for you to understand like how we are giving placements. Yes, if you get doubts, we have 2 platforms where you can clear your doubts. We have dedicated feed page. You come here, ask your doubts. So you see all our students are from here only, those who have put the messages. So you see all will be commenting like congratulations, congratulations. Okay. Now you see here, this is the place where you come ask your doubts, or you can talk with me in Wednesday doubts clearing class. Okay. Clear everyone? Now you have last 10 seats left. I know everyone want to upskill. Okay. Everyone wants to get into top product-based companies. Everyone wants to learn some things. Okay. And this is the feed page where you will be with us. Okay. And you see many, many people are here with us. Those who have shared various kinds of messages, various kinds of data, right? Right. And various kinds of learnings, right? And not only this time we have integrated labs also. So you will be getting integrated DevOps labs. So Terraform, basics to advanced, we are covering everything. Whatever the topic is, basics to advanced, whatever is needed for your interview to clear. Now you see here, this time we are giving the playground to play. Okay, you can type your code in Python. You can write your code in any type of code you can write, and you can make sure that it is working, right? So for the people who are on YouTube, I'm going to give you this link. Last 10 seats. That is why this time we are meeting, right? Last 10 seats in this time slots, right? So you can avail this opportunity. So I have pinged in YouTube also, right? Any discount for previous batch? Okay. So Milan is asking, definitely Milan. So what you can do is you can mail us in the mail page, right? Yes, I have pinned. You can mail us, hey DevOps batch, so 07@gmail.com, right? So you can definitely join. So Milan is asking, but for the new students, 80%, okay, almost like 70% discount we are running. You can watch demo session also, and you can book your seat also. And one more thing, when you are booking your seat, please give your name, your email ID, your phone number, which country you belong to, and this coupon code is automatically applied. And I am telling one thing openly, This is the lowest price, guys. I'm openly challenging you, go search anywhere in this, in your locality, in your community. If you know some mentor, check with them. If they are giving this much low cost, join there. Lower than this, join there. Okay, I don't have any issues, right? But if you feel that this is the least batch, you can join here. I'm giving the payment page. Work in shifts, don't worry, you will be getting the recordings. If you are having shifts, don't worry, you will be getting recordings. Documents also you will be getting. Every week, 4 documents you will be getting. And not only that, you are going to get these things: resume templates, interview questions, mock interviews, and each project's roles and responsibilities also. Very, very honestly, right? We are telling these things, right? Okay. Hi, Anna. Sessions like this are very useful and worth. Great. Any discount? No. Shubhangi, can we buy only docs? No, Shubhangi. So everything comes with this course. So yes. So I am waiting for 10 seats, guys. Those who are interested to join and play for the next 2 months with me. Coding is not required. I'll be teaching coding in the class, right? I'll be giving as a scenario based what is expected from you in the interview, right? So 1 scenario, 2 scenario, like that. So anyone who has enrolled, course validity 2 years, guys. So you can see here, the course validity is 2 years. Recordings will be provided. No prerequisites. Yes. So last 9 seats left, guys. Yes, I'm getting the request, like Manjunatha is here. So yes, coding, don't worry about the coding. Coding, we will take care. We are going to give you as a scenarios, right? No, this batch, we are trying to make sure that you get the best knowledge. Limited seats, last 9 seats, guys. So those who are enrolling, let me know here. Yes, definitely. Okay, right. So last 9 seats left, guys. If anyone is willing to upskill, right? We have to upskill. You will see the placement stories directly in our feed section, right? You can see how the students are sharing. See, he's from Prime Batch 6.0. He's sharing mostly commonly used Docker questions, right? That's how we learn, right? That's how we learn. Some people are sharing. So you will get like-minded people here, right? You are able to understand, guys, right? Correct. Right. So any other doubts you have? Any other doubts? Any other doubts you have? Please let us know. 20 years experience in automation testing. Okay, 1 second. Live classes. And after the live class, you will get the recordings. Can you please? No, this is the best thing we are doing, Parveen. I have 20 years of experience in automation testing. Is it possible to switch? Yes, I think you have mailed, right, Manish? Some manager has also mailed. He was in testing. I'm not sure if you are the person, but yeah, definitely it will help you, Manish. You see, right, projects, it will help you. Timings, all of you see here, the timings is from 9 a.m. Right. Where are the timings? Yeah. The timings is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. IST. If you are in US, don't worry. We had students from various countries also. You will be getting recordings, so don't worry about that. Right? Okay, last 7 seats left, guys. Okay, people are joining. So for this live, right? This Saturday, we are starting the class. Just 2 days left, right? Beautiful 2 days are left. So after that, we will be starting our classes. Yes, remote setup for labs. Yes, you have, right? You have. Yes, this course will definitely help, Naresh. Yeah, bootstrap your career. That is true, right? So last 7 seats left, guys. And once you have enrolled, please let me know in the chat so that I can reduce the count one by one, right? And limited seats. Very, very honestly, we are telling this is a limited seat batch. Batch 7, we have making sure that you are getting something, right? Yes, Dhanlakshmi, yeah, people are asking questions. So yes, Parveen has registered. Thanks a lot. So last 6 seats left, guys. So I'm waiting for last 6 seats left. So if you are with me, if you feel that, if you feel this success stories are like, if you feel these are like fake, You talk with the students, search with the names, go with the student offers, right? You can talk with them. And if you scroll down from batch 1, my student was placed in my Amazon itself, right? Where is that picture? Yeah, you see, right? Yes. So I was with him in the Walmart itself, right? So which student will come and tell me that, Praveen, I got placement with your batch 1 support, right? But he came, he met me in the office, we took photos, right? So that's how the thing works. And you see, people are there where they are telling that, okay, we are learning something new, right? And you see here, what are the learnings, right? Sujata. So this girl got job in recent times, right? So she was the one from our previous batch, right? 400% hike. He was in Verizon, Hemant, right? So there are various kinds of people and people from USA also. Yes, you will get a Telegram group, dedicated Telegram group. Once you have enrolled, you will be able to get all the documents, initial documents, right? Practice documents. And then can we keep track? Please share the laptop screen, bro. I guess your window is showing the screen. No, I'm not getting. Are you able to see this batch? Guys, are you able to see? Yes, right? This placement stories you are able to see, right? Okay, great. Very minimal size. Okay, okay. I will make it big. Is it fine now? Right? 5 offers. So basically, Nitin was from our batch 6. He got into High Labs, EPAM, Conato AI, Dream IT, Pippin Technology, and he joined High Labs. Okay. So very good student he was. But yeah, he is more good, right? So 39 LPA, right? No, no, Suresh, you have to join the group. Please join the Telegram group. And also, you have to join this feed section also, right? Please explore the feed section. You will be able to see. Okay, last 5 seats, guys. How many of you are enrolling? Let me know. I'll reduce the count. Last 2 minutes I will take. Great, Chaitanya. Thanks a lot. Shravanti, please ask your question here. I missed your question. I missed your question, probably. Sorry for that. Okay, will the batch start from basic knowledge? Yes, Samruddhi, that's what we are telling. It's basically on the project-oriented side, right? So, sure, Prasad, that's good. Great. Okay, last 5 seats, guys. Those who have enrolled, please let us know. And on YouTube, if you are looking to enroll, we have already shared the link, right? Last 5 seats. So I will give you, okay, 8:42 is the time. Correct? 8:42 is the time. So we will wait for next 3 minutes. By 8:45, I will finish this. And I hope college fresh graduate, can I no experience? Yes, you can get into DevOps. Yes. Right. Last 3 minutes, I will wait for maybe 3 more time. Okay. Hi, Praveen. I'm holding an offer of 100% I can completed notice period. So if I join, yes, definitely. So tell me, why are you not joining the company? Like 100% hike you got. Okay. You are in a notice period. So how many days you have, Ganesh? Yes, definitely it will help you. Right? Definitely. 15 days. Okay. Definitely join from this Saturday. There will be interview questions. There will be more things, right? It will definitely help you, right? Only on Saturday, Sunday. Yes. Saturday, Sunday, three hours of time. And Wednesday, you will have one doubts clearing class, right? Yes, Naresh. Okay. So I have last 2 minutes, guys. If anyone is enrolling, please do enroll. I've already shared the links on the YouTube, right? And I am again sharing. If anyone is interested, please do enroll. Yes, I have shared the link again. You can enroll. Last 5 seats left. 5+ years of experience in graphic design. You will be coming as a fresher, right, Shravanti? Graphic designer is non-IT, right? So you will be coming as a fresher. And you are telling you are taking the salary by hand also. So it will be little difficult for you, right? Yes, I'm covering the pipeline project itself, Naresh, right? I'm covering the pipeline project. Yes. So last 4 seats, guys. Yes. Great. Last 4 seats. So who wants to be with me, right? So 1 more minute and last 4 seats, we will be making sure that you are with me. Great. Right. Yes. Great. Okay. So any more queries you have with respect to this batch 7, right? Limited seats, right? And you see here, April 13, starting from this Saturday, we are starting our class. Class duration 3+ hours. Class recording provided, yes. Course validity 2 years. Doubts clearing session. All these things are for you, provided you are ready to work with me. All right. Mock interviews with feedback, each project roles and responsibilities, and many, many things. Okay. Clear, everyone? Great, Naresh, right? Okay. Okay, great. Azure and AWS both, Manish, both it will be, right? So done? All of you done? Done? Anyone is doing? I have to wait because 8:45 time is, I cannot go more. I'll be completing some things, more things. Can I go ahead, guys? Can I start with the class? Another 10 minutes. Shell scripting is also there. Yes, brother. See here. Shell scripting is also there. I told you, right? We will be creating each one's Jira ID and we'll be doing the automations on this platform. Right? Great. So all of you see here. Yes, hungry. I am also hungry. So another 10 minutes, I will take your precious time. I will cover few more things what are important for you. All of you see here. Where is our deck? Yes. All of you see here. So replica set deployment we have covered. And one more thing, daemon set we will cover. Okay. Now what is daemon set? All of you see here. Now, similarly, you have seen deployment, you have seen replica. There is one more kind called daemon set. Now, daemon is not like your daemon, actual daemon. Okay. Daemon is something like which gets stick to the worker nodes. It's kind of an ID card, guys. Tell me one thing. Without the ID card, will you be able to enter into the campus? No, right? No. With the ID card, will you be able to enter into the campus? No. Yes or no? Bhai log? Yes. No, it will not allow you. So daemon set is what basically is in the worker node. Tell me if I'm considering the worker node as laptop, my laptop should have CPU, my laptop should have RAM, correct? My laptop should have graphic card if I'm a gamer. Yes or no? Can you tell me these all things are mandatory or not for my laptop to work? How many of you say that it's mandatory for my laptop to work? Yes. Do you agree with me? It's mandatory, right? So similarly, whenever a worker node is built, some pods, default or mandatory pods are called as daemon sets. Okay. This can be some monitoring pods. This can be some pods which are needed for the worker node to run 24/7. Now, one more thing is, suppose this worker node is having issue and it got dead. Okay. One more worker node is coming. So what will happen is this new worker node will have this default pods coming up automatically. Are you able to understand? No DevOps engineer should go and tell to the default worker node that, hey, you need to have this CPU, you need to have RAM, you need to have this. But whenever a new worker node is coming up, the daemon set kind pods will be automatically attached to this worker node and make it successfully up and run. Did you got it? Everyone? Right. So one more thing I would like to tell you all about some Kubernetes troubleshooting activities, which I wanted to show you. All of you see here. Now I'll be showing you one post. Please take that post. It will really help you in understanding Kubernetes troubleshooting, guys. Very, very much important. Okay. I'll be just showing you. Okay, 1 second. I'll be going here, more documents. Okay. All of you see here, Kubernetes troubleshooting scenario. So I have covered this scenario for you all. Just go through this document and make sure that you are understanding. Now you see, I have divided this entire document into commands. Okay. Kubernetes pods. How to troubleshoot a pod if issue is coming. See, Kubernetes troubleshooting in pod. We have learned what is pod. It contains the container and it contains the application also, right? How to troubleshoot the pod. Now, if you see next, other pod issues. Suppose your pod, you want to check logs, you want to go inside the container, you want to debug the pod. What are the commands? Okay. Now, suppose you want to test the master cluster, right? Where the master cluster logs are there. In the API server, here the logs are there. In the scheduler, here the logs are there. Control manager, kubelet, kubeproxy. Did we studied about this side? Did we studied about the master? Did we studied about the worker? Now, are you able to understand ki at least like 50% I am able to understand where to check logs. If some issue is coming on master, where to check logs? Here. If the issue is coming scheduler, here to check logs. Control manager, here to check. Are you able to understand? Right? Kubernetes cluster logs. Correct? This is with respect to cluster. Now, if you see container, suppose your container is not running, what to do? Right? How do you check the container? Right? How do you check the container configuration error? Right? These are the commands. Suppose you want to see the container is having image pullback or some error. How to check? You will say Kubernetes kubectl get pods, right? And you see the data. Yes, in Kubernetes, real time also the same thing, crash loop back and everything. Now, all of you, what you have to do is I will be giving you this link. Okay, all of you see here. Yeah, this one only. Okay, all of you can take this link and download this link. Okay, those who are on YouTube, you can come here and you can take this link. Okay, clear everyone? Clear everyone with respect to troubleshooting? Very simple, just you have to make sure that you are understanding. Okay, and one more thing, with all your blessings, right? So I would like to tell you all that I was invited as a guest in my college itself. So it was really good feeling for me, right? I am from a tier 3 college. So you see here my HOD, okay? And these are like little kids, right? So when I see myself back then, I feel the same nostalgia, right? So I was also those kind of people listening to them, right? Studying in the same place, right? So I'll just show you one more thing. So this is a vlog which I have made it, right? Just see this vlog. Here you will get some important things, okay? It's not like your baby vlog or something. Very important vlog, even though views are less, okay? What I understood is when I'm at age of 50, right? I have to watch this video. Correct? Do you agree with me? When I'm at age of my 50, right? I have to watch this video, right? And I have to see this video on my TV, right? I have to see like, okay, I was invited in my college itself, right? So what is the main motive, right? You can like this also, very less likes here. I felt bad and people don't like this kind of videos. People like Kubernetes, people like more kind of troubleshooting, right? Oh, okay, Hemant, great. Thanks a lot, brother. Right, great. So you can at least give a like. I know like more than 100 people are there in this live, right? Yes, historical. Yes, that's true. Actually, like this video is very special to me. Please at least make 50 plus likes, right? When someone sees, they should not feel like यार इसको like क्यों नहीं मिला, मतलब इतना अच्छा काम किया like ऐसा लगता है मेरे को कभी कभी देख के, ठीक है? तो that's thing, that's important thing, right? तो आप लोग इसको थोड़ा लाइक करके इसको थोड़ा सपोर्ट करो वीडियो को. बहुत अच्छा वीडियो है, बहुत बहुत प्यार, मतलब बहुत बड़ा प्यार वाला वीडियो है ये, ठीक है? And please comment your thoughts also if you want to get invited like this, right? Work hard. That is what. See my college, right? Very good college, tier 3 basically, right? And this was the pic which I have taken, right? So this is my old college photos, right? So those are the things. But yeah, it's good, right? You can definitely give it a like, right? Yes. Okay. So at least make 100 likes, right? If you are feeling that it's good video, right? After you watch, make it 100 likes, right? And if it is not 100 like, share it with your friends, because I feel low when these kind of videos are like not having likes. Okay. So share it with your parents, friends, and tell them that यही सर से मैं पढ़ रहा हूं अभी. ठीक है. Those who have enrolled in batch 7, tell to your parents that यही सर है जो हमको अभी पढ़ाने वाले हैं DevOps. ठीक है. और बहुत लो कॉस्ट में पढ़ा रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छी प्रोजेक्ट्स दे रहे हैं हमें. ठीक है. और नॉट ओनली डेवॉप्स, हम लीडरशिप क्वालिटीज वी विल चेक. We will talk about communication skills. We will talk about projects. We will talk about product companies, service companies, and all those things. And that's how we grow, right? That's how we make others grow. If we have achieved something, right? That's how we make you also grow. Okay? Right. So I hope I have done my part, right? And thank you all for joining. Let's make this video a 50 likes video at least. ओके कोई बोल रहा है अपनी वाइफ को बिना बताए एनरोल कर दिया, प्रवीण. ग्रेट. करेक्ट. लॉट ऑफ मनी टू बी इन्वेस्टेड. यस, क्लास इज एंडेड. डॉग्स नहीं है, मतलब ऐसा सेपरेट डॉग्स तो हम लोग नहीं रख रहे हैं, राइट? Great. Please make it at least 50 plus likes, right? Share it with your family. Those who have enrolled in 7.0, especially I'm telling to you all, show to your parents. They will definitely feel proud कि यार तुम ऐसे बंदे से मतलब पढ़ रहे हो. और तुम देखना कि मतलब अभी वीडियो और भी एक है जो धोनी सर से मैं मिला हूँ, वो भी अपने पेरेंट्स को दिखाओ और बोलो कि मम्मी मैं इन सर से पढ़ रहा हूँ. ठीक है. दिस इज माई धोनी सर्स वीडियो. इफ नो वन हैज वॉच्ड, you can watch this also, where Dhoni sir and me are talking, right, side by side. You can check this video also, right? And thank you for joining, everyone. It was really good. Documents will be rolled out to you. This document will be rolled out to your email ID. And last 5 seats left, guys. If anyone is still willing to enroll, you can join this batch, right? Limited seats batch. We will rock from Saturday, right? I want to see you all in this 7th batch. Very, very least price. Price is 4550 and duration is 2 months, right? Everything is here. No Harsha as of now, no. Okay. Great, Suman. Thanks a lot. Okay. So last 5 seats, guys. So I am winding up the class now, right? Thanks a lot for your support. Please work hard like this and make your parents proud. Okay. So see you all in the Saturday class. Okay. So I'm very much excited. Those who have enrolled, wish you a very luck. We will see so many things in this Saturday class, and I'm very much excited to make you all learn and make you all fall in love with DevOps. Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your time. Please enroll. Very good things we have. Very more things are there in Kubernetes. Okay, so this 7.0 covers mainly on Kubernetes. You see 1 project on Kubernetes, 2 projects on Kubernetes, 3 projects on Kubernetes. Okay, right. So see you all in the next class. And I am sharing link. Okay, last 3 seats left. Okay, great. Thank you all for joining. Last 3 seats left, guys. So if you are with me, join. We will learn together. Okay, last 3 seats left, right? Take care. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Right. Thanks all. Thanks. Bye.